Hello, everybody. Today we've got my mother, Renee Hecker, joining the little podcast to discuss fasting. My mom just healed her eyesight, her vision, not too recently by fasting. And some of you guys asked how mom did it. So I figured, and some of you guys asked us to lead a fast, which we might do because I like to fast a lot. So does my mom. So first of all, tell me what was going on with your vision, and then we'll get into how you fixed it.
I was having double vision, and just before I went to bed. So I thought, well, when I wake up, it'll probably clear, but it wasn't. And so I just decided to fast.
So the next day, you had double vision all day, and the next, right?
Well, that day, what I did was I decided I'll just fast because I know fasting cures a lot of ills. And it was a bright sunny day outside. Nobody was home. And so I just decided I was going to lay out in the sun on the earth, do earthing, and fast. And while I was doing that, I was thinking I could do that, lay under the healthy sunlight, earth and ground, to the earth's energy that's healing and anti inflammatory, raises your immune system, and fast so that my body can just focus on healing that. Or I could go to the doctor, be under the blue lights and polyester sheets and eating hospital food and have them taking x-rays and things. And I just thought, I'm just going to do what I've always done when anything like this happens. And so the next day it was cleared up just slightly.
So this is one day into fasting.
Yeah, so it was Friday night. So Saturday.
So how many days of double vision had you had by one day into fasting?
It was the full day on Saturday. And then Sunday I woke up still fasting, and it was a little better. Still there somewhat. And I remembered from way back that 7 days rejuvenates your eyes, 11 days rejuvenates your ears, and 21 days rejuvenates your whole nervous system. So
because I remember it was like a couple days into fasting, you drove and you said, "Oh, I shouldn't have driven because you were still that bad."
It was good. It wasn't double vision, but my vision wasn't able to focus quickly, and so
then I drove you the next day, which was what, 3 days into fasting,
something like that.
It was, but it was slowly getting
every
better.
day. It was getting a little better, and I just thought, I'm going to do the full 7 days, give my eyes some good healing. And so it was Saturday I started. By Thursday it was really good. By Saturday morning when I broke it, it was good. And so I was able to function normally again. And but when I broke it, it was different than any other fast. And my first fast I did when I was 18. So this is 42 years later. It's the first fast that I've broken where something shifted in me that I haven't gained the weight back. Usually I gain it back pretty quickly. I was able to stay down. My appetite changed. It was like I didn't want the sweets anymore like normal, and I like my sweets. It's like I innately knew I need to just eat proteins and fats, really up the intake of that, and that's what my body wanted. So that was really interesting because I had never experienced that shift. But yeah, I have felt really good since then,
and your vision's been good ever since. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you had warning signs leading up to this apparent permanent double vision that had set in, or you had had like short periods of double vision, but it would go away, right?
And yeah, I mean since my 20s, every once in a while, but since Dad died, I've said before on my post that took a really hard hit to my health. Just dealing with the grief and the uncertainties and all that, all those emotional things affect your health more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a challenge, and I've had 3 episodes since he died, and they're all related to sadness, like deeper amounts of sadness. That's the common link between them all. So that was another thing I realized with this one, the third time, that it's really time to make sure that joy is a constant. And yes. I don't allow other people's things to trigger grief.
Yeah, we very much believe that your emotions are tied to your physical symptoms. So in addition to fasting, you fixed your emotions by intentionally focusing on joy. My viewers wanted to ask if they were going to try a similar fast, how does it work? First of all, you only drink water. You don't eat any food. So you just started cold turkey Saturday morning, not eating anything.
Yeah, and it's one reason why I don't drink coffee and why I don't have a glass of wine at night. I mean, occasionally I've had one, but because your body gets used to that. And to be able to go into a fast, I realized after a while, sharing fasting with other people, why they couldn't do it was because getting off of coffee in the morning throughout the day and drinking their wine at night, they just couldn't give it up. The side effects were so hard on them. So I'm not on any pharmaceutical meds. I'm not addicted to anything. If I was, it would be sugar or chocolate, but even those I can do without. Nice. So it's easy for me to just say I'm not going to eat. But people who have those things are on meds or coffee addictions, things like that, then it's a little harder.
Yeah. So from my experience, the longest that I've fasted is 3 days. But for most of this year, I've fasted 1 day a week. And from my experience, the first day is the hardest. You by the night of the first day of fasting, you have this nauseous headache from your body basically detoxing. And when I did 3 days, day 2 was so much better, and day 3 I felt like I could just keep going. But then I broke it on the 4th day. So breaking the fast. I say that to say, if it's brutal on the first day, maybe just start with 1 day, and then a month later try 2 days and build up from there, perhaps. Or maybe try working on breaking your coffee addiction first before trying fasting, something like that. But I want to encourage you that it gets better the more days that you fast, from my experience. Once you get into the momentum of the fast, the nauseous headache goes away, and you're like, all right, I can do this. But I did notice my body when I did that 3-day fast. It was like craving like some sort of dopamine or stimulant. I was like, well, maybe I should record a video, do something on social media to try to could get dopamine from that, since I can't get food. So that was interesting. So your body might try to grasp at something to stimulate, since you don't have food. But when it comes to breaking the fast, it's important to break it on the right foods. So the morning after your fast, what do you recommend eating or drinking first thing?
What I did on this one was I've broken it many different ways. But this one I drink just fresh squeezed lemon and water. And then after a little bit, I drank a glass of celery juice. I can't remember what else, but yeah, to start with fruits.
I had made
oh, that's right. That's what it
was. What's that called?
Chia
seed pudding, which is a really clean, simple, natural, easy to digest food. So I think you had some of that.
Basically chia seeds.
Yeah. So my easiest, my smoothest fast breaking I ever did, because if you don't break it right, then your digestive tract is like, what's going on? And you have diarrhea. But the smoothest fast breaking I've done is, and I think I did this after my 3-day fast, a green drink of blended up celery and banana. And then a little while later, chia seed pudding. So you mix chia seeds with I did coconut milk, or you can do almond milk, or not the toxic kind, just the simple liquefied almonds, or you can do raw milk. We like raw cow milk in this house. Pasteurized milk don't recommend that for fast breaking. But mix the chia, the milk, and maple syrup, real maple syrup, and you let it sit for at least an hour. It turns into a pudding. You can let it sit overnight, it's even better. So then you have that, maybe an hour or two after your green drink, and then an hour or two later, a nice big bowl of homemade chicken and veggie soup. Just putting chicken legs, chicken drumsticks in a big pot with all kinds of organic veggies and chicken broth and herbs like rosemary and sage and thyme and garlic. Oh, all that good stuff. It makes such a good soup. You let that simmer for at least an hour. So I would, on the day of the fast breaking, I get that soup going right away in the morning. And then by lunch, I can have it for lunch. And it's just such a gentle way to transition into normal foods. And then once I've had the chicken veggie soup, a few hours later, you can start eating like almost anything. That was my experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the time I think Dad and I would break our fast on an orange, then maybe another orange, something really gentle.
A piece of fruit is a great first thing to have.
Eggs was not a good idea. I found out anything that's stimulating that has any vinegar, pungent kind of stuff, you don't want to do that. Get your body eased into it. One fast I broke on, someone suggested popcorn, chew it up really well, and it acts like a brush that goes through and kind of cleanses your system out. So I did that one time, which ended up being fine.
Wow.
But yeah, gentle foods usually.
So there you go. Mom fixed her vision without having to go to the doctor. That's just one of the many ways that we feel. Oh, before we go, you said that fast also ended up healing several other things that you didn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, even, well, it's like my thumbs were feeling a little arthritic, and my big toe, I was like, is that gout starting? It was like I couldn't wear my heels again, which is really not good. But after the fast, that's cleared up. My thumbs. So it's really nice. Fasting goes and just knows what your body needs healing. You don't even have to direct it. It goes It goes to the pertinent things, and you allow it. You're supporting your body's healing because you're not sidetracking it with digesting food and limiting its ability with pummeling